Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is the 15th day of Vlogmas. I think we have 10 days remaining until Christmas time. Boy, it's coming fast, but I decided to do something different for you all. I've gained a couple of new subscribers, and I thought what better way for them to get to know me better by reintroducing myself to everyone. So I just have a couple of questions that I will answer, and if you have any questions you would like to know of me, let me know in the comment section and I will answer those questions in a future video. And towards the end of the video, I do want to give a couple of shout outs to my awesome subscribers, so make sure you stick around for that. So let's get right into it. What is my name? Of course, my first name is Sherelle, and yes, my middle name is Victoria. I was named after a singer, the one that sings Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love. That's the one. My mother thought that it was a nice name. I think it fits me well. Where am I from? I was raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been there for 27 years, and I was a military brat, so my parents were both in the military. I lived in England and Japan, and all I've known thereafter is Georgia. How old am I? I'm 31 years younger, and I am a Leo. What is my nationality? That's a great question. I get a lot of people that think I'm Dominican. Somehow I have some Chinese in me. I don't see any of that. There's nothing wrong with it, but I am black. My great grandmother was Cherokee. My grandmother was black and Cherokee. So, I mean, I have some of that in me, you know, but I'm just black. Where did I meet my husband, and how long have we been married? I met my husband here in Hawaii about 5 years ago. We got married here as well back in 2014, and we've been married for 4 years. How many kids do I have? We are a blended family of 5. Me and Anthony share a side together, and I have one stepdaughter. How do me and Anthony deal with deployments and separations for an extended period of time? Honestly, communication is the key. We talk every day. Anthony is active duty Navy, and our communication was very limited at the time. We could only talk through email, and every day we would communicate. There is no way I would go a day without responding to him through email. But now that his circumstances are a little bit different, we can use our phones and FaceTime each other a lot more and talk frequently than we were able to in the past. And another thing, I'm very confident in my marriage, and I trust my husband, and that goes a long way. So communication is always key. Do I have any siblings? Yes, I have one sister. She's 3 years younger than me, and that's it. How is life after the military, and do I have any regrets? That's a great question. The only thing that really bothers me is seeing my peers progress without me. It's a little emotional for me because I was very good at my job. I was very good. I was progressing very fast in the military, and a lot of things I did not get to accomplish. But you know what? I believe that there's a better calling for me, and I was meant to be somewhere else. But life after the military has not really been hard. I won't lie. I think a month ago I tried to call the recruiter station to see if I can probably do reserves, and then I thought about it. I was like, Sherelle, you got out for a reason. So that's what I did, and that's what I'm sticking to. How do I like being a stay-at-home mom? I enjoy it. I did not get the chance to really be a mother to my kids when I joined the military because of my commitment, and it's just a way for me to pretty much regain all of those years and times that I have lost. I really embrace being a mother and raising them, especially with the baby, because now I get to see him grow up from the earliest stages of his life until the end. So I have goals and ambitions that I'm working towards, and regardless of that, I'm still going to be in their life without worrying about leaving them for an extended period of time. What are my biggest fears? I'm afraid of heights, and I'm afraid of deep water. Hence the reason why you don't see me in the ocean in my vlogs. I go knee deep, and that's it. You won't find me in the water up here. There's so much down there that I don't want to discover, and I don't want anything coming to get me, so I'm good right where I am on the shoreline. Why did I start a YouTube channel? I've always wanted to do it. I wish I started a lot sooner than I did, and that was because me and my husband, we travel a lot. We love to see different things, and we enjoy each other's company, and we bring so much joy towards one another that we really wanted to share it with everybody. I know it's really been a starting point for us right now, but hopefully the experience allows us to grow our channels and grow as a person as well. I still have this YouTube talk or whatever. I'm just really trying to bring out my personality a little bit more because I really want to portray who I really am. Not saying I'm not giving you that, but I'm just saying behind the camera sometimes it can be intimidating. So sometimes you put a shell up and it kind of prevents you from really unleashing who you really are. So I'm not fake or anything like that. I'm just saying sometimes when you get nervous, you clam up. And sometimes that's how I get. So with that being said, I just really think that we just have a lot to bring to the table, and I hope you guys are enjoying, you know, what we're putting out. What was my first job I ever got fired from, and what was the longest job I ever had? So my first job was Home Depot. I was so upset when they fired me because I took pride in my work. I think I've worked there for like 2 years, and I used to work in tool rental. I had a customer who was trying to make a pass at me, and I wasn't having that. So what he did, he retaliated, told my supervisor, therefore my supervisor wrote me up, and then I got fired. Not immediate, I got fired, but I had a couple of other complaints prior to that. I won't say I was a rebellious teenager, but I think that my immaturity played a part in some of those complaints because customers can be very aggressive, and I wasn't the smiley type of person. You know how they tell you to stand out in the aisle, smile, and I used to be like, well, there's nothing to smile about. I mean, I get the point now, but then I was like, I'm just standing here, there's nobody, everybody's just walking away, you know. But it was about the greeting process. So some of that really played a part in why I got fired, but I was so upset, and it just really did something to me. But the longest job I ever had was in the Army. I served 7 years. I'm grateful for the experience, and it was a blessing, honestly. Do I want more kids? I've always wanted 5, but the way my family is set up, I think we're good. Azai can be a bit much, and I'm trying to play catch up with him. Azai is 8 years younger than my youngest daughter, so really we just want to give all the attention to him. I would really wish to give him another sibling, but I think for now we're good. You know, I don't know what God has planned for me, and that's kind of how I'm looking at things, but it is what it is. What movie genres do I like? I love horror, mystery, and thrillers. Those are my all-time favorites. I'm one of the ones that will squeeze your hand, look through, you know, the little smallest portion of my hand, hide behind a pillow. I don't know, I love the spook factor. When Paranormal Activity came out, I was literally scared. I left my lights on in my whole entire house for a week straight until I got over that movie. It took a lot out of me to do that. And Conjuring, however you say it, that was another one too. What did I want to be when I grew up? I wanted to be a doctor. Then I changed my mind to a coroner, medical examiner, if you will. And then I changed my mind again to be a funeral embalmer. Sounds crazy, but I think it's a very rewarding position because as a medical examiner, you get to offer that family closure. You get to discover what has happened to their loved ones and find a way to bring them to some type of closeness, you know, to understand what had happened. And as a funeral embalmer, you are that last person to leave that family with a lasting impression. And I think those things are very characteristic of a certain individual to have that option to be in that profession, because it's not for everybody. And I've always wanted to be in the medical field. I am still pursuing my education in that route. I'm not going to talk too much about what I am, you know, what I'm going to school for, but I will sooner or later when I get to that point. I don't like to speak so soon about certain things because I don't know how life plays out, but I would love to share that with you when the time comes. What is something that I am embarrassed about? I am still afraid of the dark. You can ask Anthony why our light bill is so expensive. Before we moved, I kept my TV on all night long for almost a whole year. And I think it might have something to do with my childhood because I was afraid of the dark when I was a child. And I think a lot of horror movies, those have a they have a huge impact on how I perceive the world. And when I'm home alone by myself, I get spooked very easily. And I just have to have some light. I don't believe in ghosts or anything like that, but if I see it, I believe it, and I haven't seen anything. So, but that's what I'm afraid of. This is a no judgment zone, so don't come for me. What's my favorite food? I love watermelon, and I can't eat it without salt. I don't know if that's a southern thing, but I grew up eating watermelon that way. So tell me what your favorite food is, and if you eat watermelon with salt, I would like to know. I know I'm not the only one. What are my hobbies? I love to cook. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't like to cook, but I love it. No, I don't. Okay. I like to decorate cakes. I love to bake. I crochet. What else do I do? I love bowling, and I love DIY projects. So anything you give me, I'm willing to try once. And oh, and I play the saxophone. I would love to find out where my instrument is so I can go back to playing it, because I was in the marching band in high school. I was in a jazz band, and I really wish I did not put that instrument down and pretty much forgot about it, because I really love music and I love jazz, and the saxophone was one of my favorite instruments. It still is to this day. Who is my favorite musician? Anita Baker. I love me some Anita Baker. I grew up listening to her. I mean, when I'm in my car, when I have those moments where I want to collect my thoughts, she is the person that I go to. So I really have just an old soul, and I just really love, you know, the old school R&B music, and it just brings back so many memories, and it just puts you in a different place. So that's really it. Well guys, that's it for my Q&A. I hope you learned something new about me. Again, if there's anything that you would like to ask, please leave it in the comment section and I will make sure I will address them. But here are the 3 subscribers that I want to give a special shout out to: Area 5, Life of Carmenita, and Azania Love. Please go by their channel, show them some love. If you enjoy it, make sure you subscribe, tell them I sent you. And that's it for today's video. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.